I got good sound.
I am. Oh, do I have any music going? I'm Marwan Cameron. This is the Conduit. How is everyone doing today? It is Wednesday. It's October 20th. It is 3:39, 60 degrees in Kitsap County. I hope everyone is having a prosperous day. As you can see, we are in G21, G2 Alpha. What do we call this? The Batcave. we're at G2. This is our holiday party. You know, my Christmas tree came in, and it is now turned into a holiday tree so that I may put it up today. So that is what we're doing. We're super excited. Tony is pointing at somebody. What you pointing at, Tony? You pointing at the tree? So we got whoa. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. So we got folks in the house. We're doing our thing today. Other folks are waiting to get off work to drop on by. So excited. This is the first purple tree that I've had. So I'm super excited about that. But I don't know how long I will have to broadcast from this particular studio. So, we got to make sure that we are festive. But I did want to make sure that we talked about some things that are really important. Domestic violence awareness, hopeful voices, testimonials, and vigil. #StopViolence. Help us honor those who have lost their lives to domestic violence. To those facing abuse, come out and support and celebrate all survivors. That's this Friday, October 22nd at 5 p.m. at 905 Pacific Avenue in Bremerton. How you doing there, Marlon? Come on in. We're live. Got another board member that just came on over. Come on in. Oh, yeah, you're on camera. You're not going to be able to miss that. Let me go ahead and change it. I mean, you're already being seen. You can't hide it. Don't try to run there, sir. Let's go ahead and get him on. So we've got, let's see, half of our board is here right now. We got Marlon in the house, Stephanie, Rob. Who else is here? Shaylin is on her way. Unfortunately, Rod won't be here. He's in Federal Way in rotation. Don't know if Diana or Naja are going to get a chance to drop by, but hopefully they will, or Raymond. But we are putting on our holiday tree, and, it was up for a second. Now it's upside down. So, that's just how things go. But as I was saying, this is an important event. I just want to repeat that again. It is domestic violence awareness, hopeful voices, testimonial, vigil. Help us honor those who have lost their lives to domestic violence. To those facing abuse, come out and support and celebrate all survivors. That will be this Friday, October 22nd at 5 p.m. at 905 Pacific Avenue in Bremerton. And that is being put on by the YWCA and Miss Redonda Martita May. Shout out to her. So we definitely appreciate all of those efforts there. G2 will be in attendance to support, and we will broadcast from that location on Friday. So definitely looking forward to that. So since we have all these people here with us today, I figured, we might as well have a conversation with folks, check in with the peeps, see what's going on. As you can see in the background, you see Tony and, my normal sidekick, Sabrina. But we got some other folks in the house. You can see Miss Stephanie is working on the tree down there. Who else is in the house? Rob, how you doing there, Rob?
I'm doing good.
Why don't you, I could just come maybe give you the mic.
Oh, Lord.
Why don't you put a chair right here and people could just come sit next to me and have a conversation. I think that might be the best way. But we'll call it the hot seat. It's going to be hot.
know if it's hot, but I'll take it.
It's gonna be hot.
All right.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Well, you know, as I always say, I'm getting ready for the podcast this evening. We're be talking about the church tonight.
There you go.
For sure. Our music was playing, so hopefully we were able. People can hear us over that.
Well, I could hear you fine at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. Oh, okay. So looks like we're doing okay there.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to, if folks ain't acting right. You know what I'm saying?
They're acting the fool.
That's right. Got to go and get the cane.
Get the cane.
Got to happen. Get the
I
cane.
don't think so.
So tell me about your week. It's Wednesday.
It's been a good week. I mean, tired. Been to the doctor. My sugars are good. Life is good. We've been busy. I would say that I feel the same as you normally answer. Blessed and highly favored. So I think that's good. I think it's great that all of us are here. It's nice to gather with some people and get everybody together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. So we've been doing the work. Anything new in the zoo in regard to G2? Or just kind of business as usual right now?
It's really business as usual, but I mean, it seems more busy. I mean, and it is that time. I mean, there are people in need. So
we are coming into the fall.
Yep.
Who do you think I should put in the hot seat next? The man with the plate? Should he be on camera while he's eating and talking? He's not even coming into the dining room now. Look, sir, you can sit right here. Go ahead, have a seat right here. You won't be on camera right there.
I would say
I won't put you on camera while you're eating.
I would say that he's got to get in the hot seat because he never comes around.
Yeah, we'll wait till he finishes eating. We're not gonna do mukbang till Friday. So, and then Marlon might be a smacker, so you might not even be able to hear anything.
Why don't we bring Tony on up?
Yeah, come on, Tony. Why don't you come on over to the hot seat?
I want to go to sleep.
You want to go to sleep?
Thanks. Yeah.
This is Anthony Wallace.
I'm gonna be a senior citizen next year.
What does that mean? You gonna be a double nickel?
No, I'll be 60.
Are you gonna be 60?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. They say black don't crack. It just gets ashy.
Yeah. Just if you smoke it, it cracks. I done seen a few people and I go, son, you need to take care of yourself.
Or are you saying that if you don't get ashy, sir? You was ashy when you woke up.
I'm just burning. I'm tired.
Them ankles was looking like you were cleaning out a fireplace.
The whole body.
The whole body. That's right. Just bathe in motor oil.
Tony's
Get all nice and shiny.
If it helped, I'd give it a shot.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Oh.
So how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm just trying to take care of the tasks for today and figure out what I'm doing on this microphone.
Oh.
It's good to be here because it makes me feel like I'm famous.
You are famous.
You're gonna take over the world, Tony?
I'm going to take over the world. Same thing I do every day.
There you go, Pinky.
Yeah.
Pop your collar, make him holler. Oh,
Yeah.
So, I'm going to ask you a couple questions if you don't mind. How long have you been with G2?
1, 2, 3, 6 to 8 months.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, about 6 to 8 months.
Give us your raw thoughts.
You're
still here? So
I'm still because it's support for the community, and it's a lot of activity to get familiar with the community. It's community work, community service work, community fellowship. You meet the good people in the community. If not, you bring a good message to the community so it's comfortable, going through all the COVIDity. I'm looking at the mic like it's trying to tell me something. I don't know. I was just, it's right here in my face like it's a nose. But what's the next question?
So you said, we provide help to the community. What does it do for you personally?
My one, it helps me feel good, because it's community service work, fellowship, interaction. I don't have to isolate. I don't get to isolate. I'm out there. I'm helping a lot of elders get to and from a few appointments, take care of themselves, it's interesting because grown folk conversations are like the best ones because the gratitude isn't material. You know, it could be mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. You know, those gratitudes of things, areas where I don't even think I take for granted. You know, I've met some good people, a lot of good elders out there, and you get some good stories from the elders because they lived through it. It ain't something you read in the book or heard in the newspaper. It's some good stuff, and you hear them say something like, "Oh, that's pretty good." Yeah, you know. I have one elder. He has to go to the oncology office probably every 2 weeks, sometimes weekly for tests. And I always make sure he's comfortable. He used to work for the White House, and I always make sure I have like Miles Davis jazz and, you know, collaboration with another jazz musician. I put it real low, and then he'll start talking to me. He's, man, he's the coolest guy, elder, man. I appreciate that guy. What else do I got? I have an 83-year-old lady that I drive to oncology.
Wow.
And she's got a memory like a horse. And she's right on she's right on point. And what gets me is I'm watching life take its place, and it's just dear person. Dear person. I go, man, that's you know.
What would you
So
like to see us continue to do?
Be a support in the community. What else? What else we got going on? I do a lot of driving for the community for transportation to and from a lot of spots. Deliveries, meals. I have this one I deliver to a pastor, and it's always an honor to get there. He says, "Show up sometime for Bible study. You'll get a sermon." You know, so he's letting me know it ain't gonna be Bible study. You know, yeah. And me, when I show up to church, I have my Bible and a notepad. You know, and I just let them lay in, you know, and I take notes where it needs to sink in and make sure it edifies my mind so it'll manifest in my soul. So maybe it'll make me a better person. Because sometimes I have a bad side that I don't like to identify with if I get rubbed wrong. Human condition. And I stay right sized, you know. Yeah.
I like it. Boy, you put that down. Well, you know, someone was really going through their food real quick, like
there's food.
Like he ain't ate in like 2 weeks.
I've never had food.
I thought it was gonna be like 20 minutes.
Oh, well, I've never had food before. I keep hearing about it, seeing commercials. I can't wait to sink my teeth into some. Where's this food you speak of? I can't. This be amazing to have food.
Why don't you come on down, board member? Come on and have a seat.
I'm gonna come get a little bit, man.
Yeah, you got to represent for the, you know.
Marwan, thank you for time and questions and being modest with the questions.
Modest?
Yeah. Well, I've got my political views. I have my athletic views. I have my social views. I don't have religious views. I have this religion I don't wish to lay in on right now, but it works real well, and I keep it right sized. I'm out your way.
Come on in, have a seat there, Mr. Marlin. Don't be afraid.
There you go.
Well, people won't be able to hear you. They gotta be able to hear you.
Come on,
You
if I
know?
put my ugly mug in there, you're good.
Hey, would you scared to
Your
be
ugly
nice?
mug ain't breaking cameras,
Come
so
on,
it ain't
man.
that bad.
Yeah.
You scared to be
That's
nice?
only because we got new cameras.
Here's the cool thing, you know.
Oh no, he is really going
Oh,
to
yeah.
turn the whole thing around on me, huh?
I mean, there's not much that we can't do in here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's just
When it comes to his podcasting, he's evil, bro.
You should just you just gotta embrace it. You know, people want to see the people. They want to know what's happening.
So you can read-
They want to get the lay of the
I
land.
didn't do anything.
I just
You
got
know?
to blame somebody. You're it.
Jeez.
Everybody else I blame for something.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
You know,
You look
Marlon's front and
beautiful.
center.
Well, that's Mr. Marlin, right? So now he is on the camera, but we got to be able to hear you. So, you know, check in. Come on, have a seat. Check in with us. We haven't seen you in a long time, and you know, COVID was happening,
And that
and
was
it was
very
all
strategic. I've done well.
it was
I
all
don't know where I went
scary.
wrong. Then now I got to be in front of the camera.
It was all scary. We couldn't meet in person, and now you know, folks have been vaccinated. They got over COVID. You know,
Got over COVID.
you got over COVID. I got over COVID, right?
You got over COVID and got vaccinated.
And got vaccinated. You haven't been vaccinated yet. No. Okay. We should have a conversation about that. We won't do it now, but
Nothing to conversate about.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, but you know why though? I mean, we'll talk about it later, but it's
personal-
interesting.
Personal paranoia. And
Mm.
let that be the reason.
Well,
Long-lasting personal paranoia.
long lasting.
Yeah, this was there long before COVID. So,
Are you a
COVID
flat
just came-
earther?
huh?
Are you a flat earther?
No. If I knew what that meant, but no.
Do
That's like
you
when
believe
I'm
the
there
Earth
with
is flat?
No.
No, you
Depends
believe
on where
it's a
you're
globe?
standing at the time. That just depends on where you're standing at the time.
Like, are you a flat earther?
No.
Yeah. Do you carry tinfoil just in
No.
case that it can't get the radio
No,
wave?
trust me, I'll be the one they go, leave that one alone.
Not the-
We
not
don't
the
want
5G?
him. He's
Well, give-
already too far out there for us to take.
What's going on in your life? Give us an update. What's happening?
I want to thank you firstly for your entrepreneurial grant. It has been well used. I have the hot sauce business, as I was endeavoring to get started, has gotten started. We are 3 months out of production.
Oh, really?
If all goes to timetable. I have sample bottles with labels. I have to get my nutritional label done. And it's ridiculous what that costs to just have them tell you sodium, salt, peppers. I'm like, I gotta do that. What? I gotta pay you to do it. But yeah, so once I get that done, we'll be ready for production.
So tell folks, you know, when you're ready, how are they going to contact you to get some of this hot sauce?
We'll have a website up. We'll be promoting on Instagram as well. This is through my marketing person who's telling me, yeah, if you'd listened, like Flintstone, Jetson, what don't you get? It's going to take a minute to cross over. So I'm crossing over slowly.
Good. All right.
But it's all coming together, thank God. And I have to bring you a sample bottle for you to see.
Yeah.
It looks
Well,
like.
definitely-
I know you ain't tasting it,
I
but
don't know. But what I will do is I will put it on display.
okay.
So it will be in the camera shot. So
Okay.
eventually, I mean, Layla loves her some Layla, and Daddy loves him some Layla too. But we could probably replace some of Layla's pictures with.
Nah, you ain't getting her mad at me because she got replaced by a bottle of hot sauce. That's okay. No. Just put me on the side somewhere, and yeah, that's fine. Just put me on the side in the kitchen somewhere when you go to eat. You can hold it up to your food and says, yeah.
I mean, I can put more shelves on, maybe. You know,
That might work. That might work.
They like Layla, so you know, it's all good. So what else has been going on with you?
That's about it. I survived COVID. That was a big one. The hot sauce is moving right along. Like I said, looking for production and keeping everything else pushing.
So are you growing your peppers in California?
No, that didn't pan out the way I had planned. But right now we're trying to see if we can get them over in Spokane side.
Oh, really?
And there's a production facility there, which is basically a 3-4 hour drive, as opposed to a 14 hour drive or a $200 plane ride every time I want to check on something. So that's where I'm looking at as an option.
California might be better. Any good fish in Spokane?
Yeah, there is some fishing crappie. They have some lakes and dams that are really big with crappie. Guys come back, yeah, I got about 200-300. I'm like, 200-300? And they're like, yeah, between me and my friends, we. It's like, okay, sounds like the place I need to go. But a lot of them go out there, they have boats and stuff, but you can still catch it off the banks and stuff. So that's a trip for summer.
So I'm gonna make a statement and I'm gonna ask you a question.
So
If you guys don't know or don't remember, and you may be new to G2, Marlon, huh? You like that? Marlon was our cook for a while, and Marlon was the resident fisherman for sure. And so when we were doing our smoked salmon dinners for the Food Insecure, we did that for at least one season, and then COVID pretty much wiped us out, right? I mean, the season ended and it didn't come back because of COVID, right? You know, all manner of food, smoking, brining. You have your own hot sauce, right? So you're growing your own peppers, right? You got your own secret ingredients. You have a rooftop full of different herbs and vegetables and all kinds of different things like that. And so I have been getting more into emergency management and emergency preparedness, right? And so it's been a slow grind, right? I don't
I
fish.
kind of like listened to you the last time I was here, and I'm like, okay, he's been living the good life. This is just a thought now. I grew up with that mentality. My grandmother taught me always. You prepare like today is your last day. You can go to the store.
Mhm.
What are you going to do for the next week if you don't have?
Yeah.
You learn to make your own bread. You learn to preserve your own food. You learn to how to prep food, how to grow food. And I think my grandmother felt it. Now look back on it, it's become a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas everybody's like, "Oh, we need to do this." I'm like, "And you just getting around to it? Really?"
I know you're a city boy too, but you know you enjoyed getting out and doing those things. I never enjoyed that, but I'm getting that it's important. And you know, COVID definitely is a wake up call. You know, the other things that we're seeing.
The supply chain issues for grocery stores, empty shelves. People need to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
The other thing that a lot of people are sleeping on is that they're not prepared to deal with medicinal issues. Should you not be able to go to the store and buy medicine, what do you do for this, that, or the other?
Were we not just having this
We just had
conversation?
this conversation.
So it's funny because I just came back from New York, and my mother, who is a naturopath, and got it from my grandmother, and I picked up a lot of it as well. A lot of the herbs that you use to treat everything from the common cold to stomach viruses, you can't find them anymore.
You sure can't.
And-
Shout out to Kendra, who's watching us. He says, "Hey."
Hey. So yeah, you can't find them anymore, and those that you can find have almost quadrupled in price. And I laugh because the big thing now I notice is they're pushing Irish moss. Anybody? You've heard of it? The body needs 102 minerals to survive, to manage itself. Irish moss has 92 of them in it by itself.
What's Irish moss?
It's a sea moss that grows, and you use it in drinks, and there are different ways to process it.
Does it
So
taste
just-
good?
It's like a jello. Think of lightly salty jello.
I have been hearing it
Salty
trendy
jello?
lately.
No. It comes from the sea. So depending on how you process it, rinse it, you take a lot of the salt out, but it keeps all the minerals.
So you can't grow it yourself.
No,
So then how do you get it if
it's one of those things that you have, and it will last for a very long time because it's inundated with salt. It's already in its own preservative.
so you might recommend getting a bunch of sea moss
and keeping it and learning how to process it because it does give the body minerals. And now I went back to the store to buy it, and they're like,
Yes, that is much similar.
all out. I'm like, what do you mean? All we have is these. And I'm like,
That's
and they want 5 times as much for just the same amount. People have found out how good it is, and now they're pre-processing it for you to use. Oh, you just need a teaspoon, and so you did all the work, and now you're selling it to people because they're just waking up to this. My grandmother's been giving me this for almost 30 years. She was giving me this on a regular basis for 30 years, and I'm like, I don't like this. Kids, we complain, we don't like it, but it's good for you. I'm like, but it don't taste good. It's good for you. Now everybody's waking up to it's good for you, and you can't find it in the places where they used to sell it because they're buying it up to sell.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, Grandma, you were so far ahead of your time on so many levels. So
I'm working on a proposal for next year for G2. Now that I have awoken, I'm woke, y'all. Oh snap! Go! Ow! Ow!
Just check if
You
you're
pitched
awake.
me like my grandmama.
Just making sure, pinch me, make sure I'm awake.
Oh man, I'm
Just
awake.
wanna make sure. Just wanna make sure.
I bruise easy too. I told you I'm a city boy. Look at that, no calluses. I got them palm olive dish hands. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck with that one.
I'm just saying. What do you mean? Good luck with that?
You're mad.
Hey, FYI, I was a brick mason in another lifetime. I used to be rough and tough, but I don't need to be rough and tough anymore.
Lies.
See, that could be all soft. I should be a masseuse. What? Hey, I'm not as
You're
old
soaking
as you
in.
are, but I'm,
Dishwashing liquid?
yeah.
But it's palm olive.
Yeah. I just get my little dip in there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that nail bed. I need a little mani-pedi right now, but okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that because I was definitely going there.
So seeing as that is the case, right? I do need to get a little bit more into being sustainable.
And I had introduced you to a few herbs that you said
Mhm.
they were very helpful.
Right. And the stevia, right, is an alternative to sugar, which I actually like the taste of. So I'm writing a proposal so that we can start to look at going into that direction, start doing some gardening, some urban gardens, working with the Koye, shout out to her. I think there's like a concept of guerrilla gardens, kind of taking the little green patch in between your car and the sidewalk and growing things there. So we're gonna be looking at all kinds of things like that. And our folks need it, right? I know there's a lot of people that are like me that are just deer in the headlights, like, huh?
There are so many herbs and things growing right here in the Pacific Northwest that are natural to the Pacific Northwest that people have no clue about. They use rosemary out here everywhere you look. So when I see it in the supermarket and they want, $1.50 for 3 little sprigs because it's fresh, I'm like, go walk by your neighbor's house. I'm sure you'll see it. It's everywhere. I'm sure you'll see it. And it has so many uses as teas and other things, not just seasonings.
Let me ask you, do you have one for pain? Do you have a herb or something
There's several that
For like
Yeah.
pinch in the arm.
there are several, yes, that you could use for pain and inflammation. And I've been just reading. There's a book I'm trying to get, and it's like my grandmother co-wrote it because I knew that. Grandma told me about that. Oh, wow. I need to get this book because there's just so much information that you can get out of it. Everything from weight loss to all kind of headaches, infections and things like that you can take something naturally for and get rid of it.
I'm on a podcast.
So let me ask you, what do you think about G2 kind of going into that direction as something to focus on a little bit?
At least 30 minutes.
It would be a great asset to the company to invest in this, to be able to present it to the community, and have the community get involved in it and educate themselves on what the things cucumbers can help you do. Certain herbs that grow all year round
That you can grow.
Windowsill in the house. There's so much that can be done in the house in small little pots under a lamp, even as a decorative, and it's still useful for medicinal and other herbs that are simply very simple.
We got experts among us, so I'm excited.
And they help digestion.
What I noticed, I looked at her between her.
Is Mr. Ernest here?
Yes, Scarpade.
Tell Mr. Ernest to come on into the hot seat.
Ernest, you're in the hot seat, my friend.
That means I get to escape, Ernest. Your turn. Yes. So
Well, Ernest hardly ever.
Show.
Huh?
I was just happened to be going through my emails while I was like, what, I missed another board meeting? Oh, man. I gotta check these more frequently. Oh, today, between 2 and 5.
Would you prefer a text versus an email?
Yeah.
I got to remember, Fred Flintstone.
When I get the text, email, I just got to go in and check. My Looney Tune text.
Mm-hmm.
Alert. Everybody goes, uh-huh.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah.
It's the Looney Tunes theme song. You can't miss it.
It's hilarious.
Oh, you just gotta love it.
Are you gonna make it go on
Uh-huh.
so people can hear it?
Just for you. The reason we like it.
Come on in, Ernest, and then Sabrina, you'll be next.
I think it's the time.
Move slow.
Almost the time.
I don't get much of this.
That's what the text does?
That's when I get a text. So when they start coming in back to back, we were like, okay, it's gonna drive me nuts. I'm like, that's why I got it.
Well, how often does it happen?
I just think a day that I'm getting 6 texts, 3 minutes apart. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
Yeah,
and every time a new text comes in, it starts all over.
I wouldn't check my email either if that's what my jingle was. I mean, goodness.
It keeps me from going loony. So I'm
Looney-
That keeps you from going loony.
Because any other ringtone I've had, what now? What do they want? Leave me alone with this one. Like, okay, let's see what.
Do you have something for anger? Clearly, you need a herb for anger.
Yeah, occasionally.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, rum.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. Trust me.
Well, so we've got a good idea.
And
Now,
that's the phone.
now you normally hear that one.
Yes.
So we got a board member that likes our idea for next year. Shaylin has one. She'll be here shortly. Come on in, Ernest.
I might add with the herbs a simple garden for the community. Just need a 12 by 12, and you'd be surprised how much you can produce.
And when I say that he's an expert, he definitely is. He had a rooftop full of planters of different fruits, vegetables, herbs, and spices.
Spices, herbs, vegetables, peppers, tomatoes, 6 different tomatoes, 8 different peppers, 7 different vegetables, and 12 different herbs.
Any chicken?
Nah, they wouldn't let me have those up there. But
No.
trust me, trust me.
Oh, you can't grow chicken in a pot? I mean, it's 2021. I mean, you could do all kinds of things with
I don't know
bio.
about growing a chicken in a pot. They
I mean,
already-
Tony was talking about turducken earlier, so you know,
I definitely wanted to try that one, Tom.
y'all be by
I keep
yourself on
thinking
that
it's
one.
a myth.
I've never had it.
It's a
Yeah.
myth.
Come on in, Ernest.
It's a
You've
myth.
had it? Well, come and tell us about the turducken.
Go ahead. Fill us in.
Where's my YouTube? I gotta get this one.
How you doing there, Ernest Borka?
I'm doing all right.
How's life treating you?
It's life, you know. It's
It's
got its
life?
ups and downs, but I try to focus on its ups. So
Come on, come on, come on.
So you're the head of transportation, and so people see you and they don't see you. Actually, one of the things that was actually reported by one of our board members earlier, Shaylin, because she's got an idea that she wants to advocate for, and she says people approach her all the time because they see the G2 vans all over the county, right? And a lot of times that's you, right?
we do have 3 volunteer drivers. I'm one of them. So a lot of the time, yeah, you'll probably, if you see it, it's probably me driving most of the time. But we do have 2 other drivers that drive, so I can't say that all the time it's me, but quite a bit it is.
Do you have a nickname for your van?
No.
Really? We need to get one.
Van.
Oh, I'm gonna think about that. You need a
I'm just
nickname.
gonna call it the van.
The van.
Yeah, that's
Goldie.
it.
It's Goldie.
So how long have you been with G2?
I want to say 3 years now,
Okay.
right? 2018, 2.5 years, right? 2018 in April.
Stephanie would be better with
March,
the numbers than me.
April.
2019.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we opened in 2018.
Okay. To then 2019, and it was probably April.
No, it was July.
No, I was before that because I was
Oh,
in
yeah,
before
that's
my
right.
birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell me. So you've been here for a pretty good length of time. You've seen the ins and outs. Why? Why do you do it?
Stay?
Why do you
I
do it?
You know, honestly, I
He's like,
can't really
I don't
explain
have a
it.
good answer. for
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't actually have a good answer for that. I do it because, well, I can, and because it helps people. So
Well, but you have
that's-
opportunity cost. I mean, you could play video games. You could go and do other things.
well, believe me, I have thought about that at times. I'm like, I could take the pandemic off. I could just, be video gaming all day long, but I require some activity other than just, no, get me wrong. I can be curled up with a good book all day long and read the book, but there'd come a point where I'd run out of books to read and then I'd be wanting to do something else, or I'd get too restless and want to do something else. So, and I cannot spend all day long playing video games. So, don't get me wrong, I play quite a bit of the day, but not all day long.
But it's an exhaustive job, right? Like for me, driving is very fatiguing. It makes me really tired really quick.
I can't disagree with that. There are days where I do get tired. But that is with anything. I mean, you could get tired doing a normal job, going to work from 9 to 5. You get tired of doing that, being in the office day in and day out. So I don't see it as much difference there. It's just I spend a lot of time driving or doing paperwork or both most times, but not at the same time. I'm very, very concerned about the safety of myself and everybody in my vehicle. So I be as safe as possible.
So what would you, Tony
Okay.
spoke a little bit earlier on what it meant to him,
It's cute.
the
Where'd you find
transport
this?
clients.
Isn't that cool?
What do you think it means to the clients to get a ride from G2?
Cute.
I'd say for a large number of the clients that we drive, it is a necessity. They simply just don't have any other transportation, or they don't have the ability to get other transportation. So I think, yeah, for some people, it is a necessity to have. And for all the people I've driven around, they appreciate it more than they can say in words. So, and I do my best to be the best person I can be. I'm polite, respectful. I'm not required to, but I open the doors personally. I open it, I close it. I'm sure they're electric. I could just sit in the seat and just punch the door open and closed all day long if I wanted to, but that's not the way I do it.
Why? Why do you do it that way?
Mom.
Yeah, yes, Stephanie, that is exactly right. It's mom.
Upbringing, huh?
My mom. And my mom and my dad. My dad's like, you always open the door for somebody. Doesn't matter who it is. If you're in front, you got somebody behind you, open the door for them. I always watched my father do it for my mother when she was getting in and out of the car. So that repetition of habit became a habit that I produce now. So I may joke that my mother would beat me senseless about it, but she's my mom and she wouldn't, but she would be very disappointed if I didn't make the effort. So and besides, people like it when you do that. So makes them feel a lot better about themselves.
Service with dignity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
It might be sometimes the only friendly engagement they may have is the entire day.
Well, yeah. I can't say that I'm the most talkative person, but I listen and I respond, and that's one of the primary things when it comes to people is listen to what they have to say, and be an active responder too. So listen and respond to what they have to say, even if it's, well, I'm sorry if your day was that bad. I hope it gets better, or you had a great day. That's fantastic. Simple things. I always say that just pick one thing about your day. One thing about your day that's good, and you can never have a bad day. You could have the worst thing happen to you, and if you just find one thing that's good in that day and focus on that, you never have a bad day.
Try to keep yourself centered.
I've had days like that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I may look all serene sometimes, but there's days where I'm not.
So that's what you're telling yourself.
Yeah. It's pick one thing that's great about the day, that's good about the day. Maybe it's the person serving you coffee at the coffee shop and they give you a smile. Maybe it's with their eyes because you can't really see them with a mask on right now. But just pick one thing that's great about the day that gives you some joy in it and focus on that, and you can never have a bad day.
All right, I like it. Well, I know Sabrina has to go, so Sabrina, why don't you jump in real quick into the hot seat? Come on down. I appreciate you there, Ernest.
It's a hot seat.
It's the hot seat.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you guys know the sidekick, Sabrina. What you point at? The food?
The gum.
Oh, you want some gum?
Just kidding, but I've been wanting this.
Shout out to, I got to give it a horn. So Sabrina made the mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese like Dad makes it, the green beans with the bacon in it. What else? Is there something else? That's what you made? I made the cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my aunt is on. Let's see what my aunt has to say. Hey, Auntie. This makes my heart happy. Awesome interview. Love the tree. Love you, Auntie. Little things or just acts of kindness mean so very much. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you checked into the podcast. So, that package that you're doing for my cousin, that's her mama.
Awesome.
So, and she's in Virginia. She's in Richmond. Shout out to Richmond. Yeah, so you see my purple tree, Auntie. You see that? That's nice, huh? And I got the purple fireplace in the back. Well, actually, Diana wanted it to be pink with the red flames today, so it'll be purple another day. But today it's pink. So we got all kinds of colors going on. So you've been with us for a minute. We've known each other probably close to 7-10 years now. What are your thoughts on G2? Why is G2 important to you?
No, I'm just kidding. But G2 is important for the community. Not only, just me, but so helpful. And it's, what is it, like rewarding? Is that the word? To see how many people come in and out of here and that you guys help and genuinely appreciate it. So that's good. People who are like have emergencies and you guys are we all just help because, I'm part of it now too. But just watching how it works is amazing. It's touching in many ways.
It's hard when folks come on board, they see what you're doing and they talk about it as what you do, right? And it takes a while for them to start saying that's what we do, and taking ownership in it. We are gathered together, grow together. It's what we do. It's not what I do. It's not what they do. It's what we do together. And so once that kind of clicks over, things change. You know what I mean? People smile more. People smile for no reason. People smile real hard. People cheese. Like,
I just ate a lot, so
so is that what happens? People just be, after they come out the buffet, everyone just smiling.
yeah, that's pretty much. That was a good meal. And then I never eat dessert. Stephanie made some, what was it, chocolate with cherries?
Mm-hmm.
I just
That was
made
bomb.
everything perfect. Yeah. In a good spot in my life right now.
Hey, it's always better when someone else does the cooking. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not the greatest cook. And I'm definitely not the greatest cook. So, yeah, that's facts right there.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Not good vibes. We might have to dead the good vibes.
After
We got
yesterday.
to come up with something else. So we got a show coming up this Friday, right? You want to tell folks about our show?
Go ahead and tell them about the show.
See how we had the conversation yesterday when people ask a question with a question. I say, you want to tell them about the show? Go ahead, tell them about the show. This is what it is, right?
It's going to be a good
I'm
show.
talking to them, not you. Why are you nodding your head? I'm talking to the audience. Yeah.
So you can tell them a little bit about the show, but I know that I'll be there, you'll be there, and I know it'll be a good show. Stephanie, are you ready for the Friday show?
I haven't even been told about the Friday show, so.
Oh, it's gonna be probably a little bit like last Friday's show.
Oh, I'm ready.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get Sabrina all hopped up on the sugar beforehand.
Oh, please don't. I don't know if I can take much more. Sometimes my head's just gonna be like, psh, and that's it. What? No, it's a good show, and we talk about a lot of serious topics. A lot of serious topics. And so we need to have the opportunity to, kind of let our hair down a little bit, let it whip. We let it whip. All right. Okay, no, we won't do that. Hopefully Layla's not watching because she would be saying, we're gonna record something on there. So Layla's got her little phrase. I'm not gonna say what it is until it comes onto the board, but yeah, she's got her own little thing that she likes to say. But yeah, so we got a Friday show 9 p.m. So we'll be doing that. Tomorrow we'll be out in Port Orchard at the Black Ring. I think is it the Black Ring Distillery?
Yes.
And we will be doing workshop, I think, workshop number 5. We'll be getting into the 4 agreements and to the book of Ishmael. So that will be exciting tomorrow. So 6:30 p.m. Tune in. Then we have a Friday show. Again, let me just talk about that. So that's very important. Whoops. Go ahead and get rid of that. The Friday show, hopeful voices, testimonials, vigil. Help us honor those who have lost their lives to domestic violence, to those facing abuse. Come out and support and celebrate all survivors. And that's Friday, October 22nd at 5 p.m. 905 Pacific Avenue, Bremerton. We will be broadcasting live from that location. But please come on down, support, and feel and get supported. And that's put on by the YWCA and Mesa Redonda. Martitha May. So shout out to both of those organizations for sure.
Say good auras.
Good auras. Good aura, good vibe. I mean, I think it's kind of like
Good full moon day.
oh boy, but full moons don't come around all the time.
But you know, they do like once a month.
Oh, we only gonna have a good day once a month?
No, it's a good time to reset. And like if your auras are off, you reset it in a non-witchcraft way.
Wow. So we're working on our chakras. Yeah. Yeah.
It helps reset. I'm hoping that after this new moon tonight, that I got the good blessings coming. No.
Oh
But
boy.
bro.
Yep, that sounded kind of witchcrafty. I'm just saying. It's going down real quick. We were doing so well. So what would you want to tell folks that may be feeling like, man, I'm kind of bored, I want something to do, or feeling kind of lonely, and I just don't know
Who you
really.
talking to?
Huh?
Who you talking
I'm asking you a question.
No, you're talking to-
I have to look at you to be talking to you. All right. I can't. If I turn over there, the conversation stop.
Yes.
So I'm talking to Sabrina. No, I'm not talking to Sabrina anymore. Oh, now I'm talking to Sabrina again.
Everybody would agree.
Yeah. So this is how the Friday show goes, right?
So if I was talking to somebody and they were bored,
If they were bored or they were, experiencing some sadness or loneliness, would G2 might be a good place for them to get involved and, feel like they got a place.
I think so.
Well, tell the folks.
Come on down to G2 if you ain't feeling right. There's a lot of fun stuff to get involved in. Community service things, volunteering. We can always use the extra help. And good vibes. I'm gonna say it. Good vibes. If you're a little bit down and out, not feeling like you got a place, come on down. They're always gonna bring you in, make you feel welcomed. It's a place to kind of just feel safe.
I like that. I like that for sure. We got a show tonight too, right?
Sorry, I keep chewing the gum right in the mic.
Mukbang is Friday. Yeah. We got a show tonight at 7:30. It's gonna be a good one with Pastor Ellington. So we're gonna be talking about the Christian church. At 7:30, yeah. You might be done by then, huh? Or close at 7:30.
I'm not sure, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to go. It's been a good day.
Yeah, it has been a good day. Yeah, that's why I wanted you to come on really quick. So
Good luck,
yes,
Nick. Thank you.
it
This was
has.
amazing.
You made it.
I appreciate it.
I made the cornbread. Well, I made 2 pans of cornbread. Let's just say 1 pan of cornbread might go to the birds. We might be scraping the top.
The other cornbread, that was
Yeah, he said the other one was good, huh? So here's what happened. I made 3 boxes, right? And I put it in a small pan, and it would never get done. It was still wet in the middle, right? I kept putting the knife in. I'm like, man, it's like this thing ain't cooking at all, but the top is already done. I think it took 40 minutes to cook that cornbread. 15 minutes. I was like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I just want to take a shower. This cornbread just won't finish. Then I went and got the other glass pan. I'm like, oh, this glass pan's a lot larger. So I put too much cornbread in that pan. Yeah, it didn't come out too well. So yeah, it is what it is. But the birds might like it, or like I said, we can scrape off the top. Does the top at least taste okay? No, that wasn't good either. Huh? Just go on and let it go.
I was like, I'm gonna just take this side just to because I doubt anybody else is going to lift it up. It's black. It's not even
Wow, you had to say it was black. You just say it was dark. I was all black. So yeah, I kind of burnt the cornbread. Let's just say. So the first pan didn't turn out too well. The second pan turned out a lot better. So it is what it is. Look, I tried, right? But everyone said the second pan was the truth. Do you want a spotter to come out and help you drive out? All right. Monkey, do you want to come and sit on the hot seat? See, we got Monkey. Stephanie is here. We got quite a few people. Pre-COVID, we used to do this stuff all the time. And of course, COVID has changed things and caused us to social distance and isolate and do all the different things. But this is the core of us. This is us pretty much on a daily basis, outside of some of the board members. So, we got to make sure that we do these things. This is part of that self-care component that's missing. We like going to the movies and doing different outings, and we'll be really excited when we can get back to doing that. So I know you can kind of hear them in the background. They're having a good time, and that's really what it's about. Right now there's no work happening. Obviously transportation is still going on, but folks are just getting a chance to socialize and just have a good time and eat some food. So that's important to do for your team and with your team, right? You do need to do it with your team. I'm exceedingly grateful for my team as they are able to continue to grow G2 while I embark on the Conduit, which absorbs a tremendous amount of energy and time. I mean, I think I had a 4.5-hour podcast yesterday. Today we have planning meetings on the podcast. I'm on here now, right? You're learning how to use equipment, trying to learn how to edit and do all these different things. So there's a lot, and try to run the organization, right? So definitely have a good team. Definitely blessed for that. Next Wednesday, we have a real special treat for you. G2 was not started just alone. Okay. After class? Okay. Drive safe. G2 wasn't started just by me alone, right? Yeah, sure, it's my brainchild, but you can't do anything by yourself. It takes a team. It takes, the Robs and the Stephanies to make this thing go. And it also took a consultant. And our consultant is Erica from the Business Alchemist. She actually lives in Spain, and she serves as our grant writer right now. And she has her own team. And so she helped us to complete the grant for the 1/10 of 1% and the grant for commerce, which was actually a pretty huge grant. Where we're building in some new programs for 2022 that we'll talk about here in a little bit. We're very proud that we received funding for the next 3 years through Group Health. And so we're going to be here for a while. We're not going anywhere. So the Lord has blessed us and has put us in a position to continue to serve people. And so that is exactly what we intend to do, to improve our service, to expand our service, and, to do some quantitative and qualitative measuring of the effectiveness of the service that we provide as we go into the future, because that's important. So yeah, we're just really excited about that. And you guys seem to be having a good time out there, Mr. Dent.
We are. As a matter of fact, is it okay if I sit in the camera?
You can. I'm actually gonna get off and come and join you guys because I won't be left out. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling some FOMO. I don't want to have the fear of missing out.
Well,
You
we
know.
were having a good conversation out there, had some laughs, talking about Marlon's fear of needles.
Well, I got a fear of needles too. So.
Well, yeah, but I don't think yours is like his.
Well, you know what? I might stay on the podcast. I don't have any desire to talk about needles. I mean, like, no, I just, you know, I was really sick back in '09, and so I would go to the doctor a lot. And for whatever reason, they couldn't find my veins, and so they would blow my veins out. They would get a vein finder. They'd put the hot pack on my wrist. They'd go in through my fingers and it was like, oh, get another nurse, get another nurse, get another nurse. So now I hate needles.
Well, and you know, we were out there and we were talking about Marlon not liking needles, and I was telling him that, you know, you didn't want to be with me yesterday, and he goes, why? And I said, well, because I got a needle in my finger for to get my A1C. I said, then I got a shingles in this arm, and then I got a flu in this arm, and then they took blood out of my elbow. Marlon's like, no, man, I couldn't even come near that place. They get twice a year. That's it.
No, what's important is going to the doctor, being proactive, not being reactive. Do not wait until you have the symptoms, and you've had the symptoms for 6 to 8 to 12 weeks. You know, if you feel something, go into the doctor, right?
Yep.
You really need to go into it. And as we age, it can be a number of things, and we're not as resilient as we used to be. We have to be more cognizant of, you know, prostate cancer and other things. So please, if you're having an ailment, if you see something on your body that doesn't look right, you know, you've got some kind of, I don't know, let's say deformity, but you know, a tag or, you know, some kind of sin thing. Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Yep. Go make an appointment. Go see the doctor, right? Go ahead and rule it out. Don't let it spin in your head as it could be this, it could be that, it could be this. I wonder what it is. And also what's worse is don't ignore it, right? And just say, it's whatever. I don't have time. You do have time. We need you to be here. We need you here. So go to the doctor, get it checked out. So that is important. So that is the PSA for today, huh?
There you go.
All right. Well, just wanted to share a little bit of the fun. Nothing serious. Like I said, tonight, 7:30, Pastor Ellington and Marwan from the Conduit. We're going to go at it a little bit. I'm going to push. Is that an evil laugh? It's all a good fun. I mean, we've talked about it. So we actually have the same goals in regards to the church. We just have different ways of getting there. And that's really my hope, is to model what it is that I'm hoping to see, is more people finding ways who have differences and see the world in different ways, finding a way to come together and then move forward, right? And then be respectful of how each other thinks and processes information and their experiences, so that we can improve the world the way that we want, right? I mean, you've got your son, I've got my daughter. I should say my daughters and granddaughters, but you know, they're in Baltimore. And then he has his children. And so what is the world that we're going to leave to them? And so, you know, just trying to figure that out. And we can, and we have to. We have no choice. So that's the plan. So come and meet us tonight at 7:30 on the Conduit. I'll be creating that and launching it soon, because that was kind of impromptu. But enjoy the rest of your day. I'm R1 Cameron for the rest of G2. All right, y'all. Have a good one.